بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
وما كان المؤمنون لينفروا كافة فلولا نفر من كل فرقة منهم طائفة ليتفقهوا في الدين ولينذروا قومهم إذا رجعوا إليهم لعلهم يحذرون
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين، واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين. اللهم وفقنا وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بمحمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. We reach to rainwater. Definitely we are talking about the kinds or the types of the water, and as we explained before that we have 5 types of water. Rainwater, issue number 37. A najis thing becomes pack if rainwater falls on it once. That means when rainwater falls on najis thing, for example, this thing is najis. This thing is najis. If rainwater falls on it, okay, it will become what? Pack. Once. Provided that there is one condition. Provided that it does not contain an essential najasa. So first of all, we need to what? We need to remove the essential najasa. And then after we remove the essential najasa, we need what? We need that rainwater comes over that najis thing. So, provided that it does not contain an essential najasa, except in the cases of clothes and body which have become najis because of urine. Here there is an exception from this rule. There is an exception from this verdict. This verdict said when you remove the essential najasa, we need that the rainwater comes over that najis thing, only one. It will be packed. Except what? Except if that najis thing mutanajis with what? It contact with urine. The cause of najasa is what? Is urine. For they, it means the things which become najis because of urine, they become pack after being washed twice. We need to wash. Alaykum salam, Shaykh. Hayyakum Allah. Bisakum Allah bil khair. We need to wash it what? We need to wash it twice, not only one, just like the previous one, because the previous one was najis with not with urine. Now the najasa is with urine. So if the thing or the object is najis with urine, we need to wash it what? Twice. Definitely twice. After what? Very good. Excellent. After removing, very good, Sheikh. After removing the essential najasa, as per precaution. This is per precaution. Back to where? Back to the object which become najis with what? With urine. But if the object najis with something else, we need to wash it what? Only once. Only once. Very good. Excellent. Very good. And in objects like carpets and dress, objects like carpet and a dress, it is not necessary to wring or squeeze. It is not necessary to wring or squeeze. You know, يعني ماكو داعي نقصرها أو نغمزها. Okay. So what shall we do if we have, for example, this carpet, and it becomes najis, and we wash it with rainwater? Okay, so shall we squeeze it? Assalamu alaikum. Shall we squeeze it? Shall we wring it? No, we don't need to squeeze it or to wring it. Only we need it just to let the water comes out of it in any way, just like if we put it straight forward, that the water would comes down and goes out of it. Yes. And in objects like carpets and dress, it is not necessary to wring or squeeze. By rain, what do we mean by rain? Is a small drops of rain. We call that what? That downpour, we call it rain. Or we need what? We need a heavy rain. Which kind of water comes from the sky? You call it rain. By rain is meant a sufficient downpour and not a scanty shower or droplets. So we need, by rain, when we call it rain, meant a sufficient downpour. A sufficient downpour. And not a scanty shower or droplets. That means if the rain is so light or it is a little bit drops, we cannot call it what? Rain. Absolutely, even in our daily life, we are not calling the little drops of water, we call it rain. We don't call it what? We don't call it rain. Any question? Any question? No question? Is that clear? Sheikh Asad, is that clear? Inshallah. Sheikh Adnan? Yes. Sheikh Ali? Good. Issue number 38. If rainwater falls on Najis al-Ain, Najis al-Ain, the same thing which is Najis, and splashes elsewhere. For example, this is Najis al-Ain, and rainwater comes and drops on it. And then the drops of the rain touches the Najis al-Ain and splashes here and there, elsewhere. Okay? If rainwater falls on Najis al-Ain and splashes elsewhere, and if the essential najasa is not found in the water. Okay, now the rain comes on Najis al-Ain and it touches Najis al-Ain and it splashes, drop like this, moves elsewhere, here and there. Once there is no najasa in it, the drops when it touches Najis al-Ain and moves elsewhere, there is no najasa in it. Shall we call it is najis or not? What says Sistani said? Let's see. Here, if rainwater falls on Najis al-Ain and splashes elsewhere, and if the essential najasa is not found in the water, nor does it acquire the smell, color, or taste of the najasa. So, the drops of rain, when it comes over the Najis al-Ain and splashes elsewhere, okay? When we look at these drops, we don't find what? We don't find the essential najasa in it, or we don't find what? The color, the smell, the taste of what? Of the essential najasa. Then that water is what? Is pak, not najis. That water is pak. Anybody could tell me why it is pak? Because very good, excellent. Because it doesn't has what? The essential najasa, the color of the najasa, the taste of the najasa, the smell of the najasa. Yes, Sheikhna.
Remove essential najasa. I say remove essential najasa.
No, we don't remove the essential najasa.
Water is removed.
look for the case. Now we have the, look here, Sheikh Ali. Now we have the essential najasa right here, okay? And the rain drops over the essential najasa, drops of the rain. And these drops, when it comes over the essential najasa, it splashes here and there and elsewhere, okay? Now, these drops, if these drops doesn't or don't have what? Color, taste, smell, or the essential najasa itself, so these drops is what? Are what? Are pak. Very good. Excellent. Are pak. Are pak. Allah يحفظكم سيدنا. So, if it rains on a blood, and then, now we have another theory, another method. What is that method? Said, if it rains on a blood, so if it rains where? On the blood, and then splashes, and particles of blood are seen in the water. So it rains where? Over a blood, or over a urine. Azallah Sama. Okay? Then the drops of the rain splashes elsewhere. And we look to that drops, or to those drops, we found what? We found the blood, okay? Or we found urine in it. So, are these drops najis or pak? Absolutely najis, exactly, absolutely najis. So, if it rains on blood and then splashes and particles of blood are seen in the water, or it acquires the smell, color, or taste of blood, it is najis. So again, here we have what? We have two theory. Even if it rains on najis al-ain, and when the drops of water of the rain splashes, and if we don't find that water acquires the smell, taste, color of the essential najasa, or even the small particles of najasa, essential najasa, this water is what? This water is pak. This water is pak. But if this water comes or drops on what? On najasa, just like a blood, and when it splashes elsewhere, it has what? It has the najasa, the essential najasa, or the color, taste of, or the smell of the najasa, then this water is what? Is najis. This water is najis. Any question? Any question? No question? Okay, good. Please, if you have a question, please don't let me go on. Ask me. Issue number 39. If there is najis al-ain, if there is najis al-ain on the roof of the building, here is the building, here is the roof of the building, just like this, the roof of the building, and there is najasa on the roof of the building, and water flows down from the roof after contacting the najis object, it will be deemed back as long as the rain continues. Now, what is the situation here? For example, this is a building, okay? This is a building. This small table, it is a building. And this is the roof of the building, okay? And there is essential najasa up here. Or let's say this is the essential najasa. Now it rains over the essential najasa, and the rain flows, okay? While it is continuing raining, it is what? Keep continuing what? Raining. The water of the rain, what flows out of the essential najasa, out of the roof. This water which contact the najasa, is it najis or not? Why it is pak? Here is. Because it is what? Yes, very good. Because it is a rainwater. Because it is a rainwater, and the rain is still very good, excellent, because the rain is still continuing. Okay, this is the first method. The second method, but if it continues to flow down the same way after contacting the najis object after the rain has stopped, that water will be najis. Look for this. The first method, the rain was continuing and the drops contacting with what? With najis al-ain, and it flows out of the roof. So this water is what? Is packed, while the rain is what? Is continuing. Now the water is continuing flowing, but the rain is what? Is stopped. The rain is stopped. But still the water contacting the essential najasa, and it is flowing out of the roof. So is this water najis or pak? This is very good. This is najis water. Why? Why? In the first method, you said it is pak. In the second method, you said it is najis. While both of the two cases, the water contacting the essential najasa and flowing out of the roof. Why it is in the first method, it is pak, and in the second method, it is najis? Can anybody tell me? Yes, Sheikh.
Source of matter.
Exactly, great, excellent, very good. Because of the source of the water. In the first method, there is what? In the first case, there is a source, there is a rain. But with the second case, there is no source. There is no source. Very good, excellent. Thank you. Issue number 40. If najis earth or ground on which rain falls becomes pak, the najis earth or ground on which rain falls becomes pak, and if it begins flowing on the ground, and while it is still raining, it reaches a najis place under the roof, it makes that place pak as well. Look, here we have najis earth or ground. Najis earth or ground. You know what's the meaning of difference between earth or ground? Earth, any earth, and the ground, it is tough ground like this, which is paved with bricks, okay, or with cement. This is what we call it, ground. So the najis earth or ground on which rain falls becomes pak. Only when the rainwater comes on the najis earth or on the najis ground, that najis earth or that najis ground become what? Become pak. Because of what? Because of the rain. And if it begins flowing on the ground, the water, if it becomes flowing on the ground, moving, the water moving on the ground, and while it is still raining, the source, as you said, Shaykhana, is still raining, it reaches a najis place under the roof, it